Hello everyone, this is MR94 and it's been a little while since I put up a video. I have one in edit, but that's gonna be like a little while before it becomes up because for one, I'm having a little audio trouble matching the game video and face cam video up to sync, and well, two, I've just been goofing around. But anyhow, I got a new system as well. I got a new system basically. It's not long since I've had it, so I'm wanting to do a review for you guys because I think it's time. I think I've noticed all the ups and downs for it, and I've done a little bit of digging up before I did this. So without further ado, this review will be about the PS Vita. Not PSP Vita, but the PS Vita. So I'm gonna position the camera and we are going to dig right down into this thing. So stick around. Alright guys, we are going to get into the PS Vita system like I said before. Now, as you can see just by looking at it the first time, it's got two analog sticks. These would go really good with first-person shooter games. And well, you got your basic D-pad right here, your basic PlayStation buttons, the L and R buttons, start, select, the PS button right here. But this has two pads on it. This front here is a touchscreen, which I hear is an OLED. The games look really good on this screen, the colors are vivid. And on the back, you will have a rear touchpad. Now some games will utilize this, such as Run Sackboy Run, but that's only optional. Now games like Uncharted, that will utilize this, and it's got like a pad on the back of it. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's got the PlayStation symbols on it, but yeah. Another thing this system has, it's got two cameras, one being the front camera right here, and the other one being the rear camera right here. Now the camera is, it's not really the best of quality, but you can't really expect much on a handheld, especially if it's like a high-powered or more powerful handheld, or I should say. On the top now, this is your power button. This is where all the games will go. Now, keep in mind that the games themselves, I do not have a physical copy of a game at the moment, but the games themselves, they are like SD cards small. They're smaller than Nintendo DS cards, basically. I am not so sure what this part is for. Nobody knows what this part is for, and well, quite frankly, neither do I. And I don't think I want to look up into it. These are your volume buttons. And down here, this is your USB in charging port. This is your headphone jack. That's my serial number. And this here is where the memory stick will go. There we go. Now these memory sticks are really costly, so you better make sure you're up to spend a whole lot of money on a memory stick, and you better make sure you better stick with it too, because you wouldn't want to be spending a whole lot of money that you may need in the future. Speakers right beside the analog sticks. Let's see, is there anything else? Don't mind the cosmetic damage because I got this pre-owned at GameStop for a pretty good price. I'm just ashamed that it had to come like this, but you know, I'm gonna treat this thing good. Now, without further ado, let's turn on the system. And I had this in standby mode. Okay. Touchscreen, all you do, put it here. Just slide it like that.
What you doing? Showing off your PS Vita?
Just a review.
Alright.
Screen looks really good. Colors are vivid and everything, like I said before. Touchscreen is really responsive too. I can touch this, brings that up. I think this is like a 5-inch screen, but let's open up the browser.
Like I went to your PS Vita beforehand and put porn on there. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Go to the browser. Porn pulls up. What?
And here is the browser. I'm currently on YouTube. So let's pull up a random video. I don't want to pull up someone else's video when they don't know I'm doing this. So let's see. If you're looking for guitar covers, by the way, this is the person to go to. Well, yeah, guitar covers and lessons. I'll just pull up a random video.
Wow, it looks way better on there than it does on TV.
You may not be able to see it here, but the colors on the screen are really vivid. The screen itself is really clear as well. I can see everything as if it was HD quality. Sorry, I kind of started there. The browser, it's really good as well. It's almost like a smartphone browser. Just type something in, like say maybe Facebook.com. I can just go to it. Excuse me. Alright, I am back. I had thought my buddy fell down the stairs. Ugh. I think he's most likely going to be alright. Actually, I'm sure he is, but I'm going to check on him just to be sure. Now, says something about the browser, the videos. Oh, and YouTube is off the PlayStation Store. Bear that in mind. So if you want to watch YouTube, you have to go to the browser itself. The PlayStation Store, they got a good variety of games, but if you're a PlayStation Plus member, you get 2 free games every month, which this month, one of the games this month is this, if it'll focus. Another one is this. And they got the games all categorized too. You get the PlayStation Vita games only right here, PlayStation Now. You also get to have free-to-play games. There's an error message right there. Okay, it's not going to let me do that. Indie games right here, categorized A through M, N through Z. You can just play all these games if you buy them. Even Limbo. And there's cross-platform games too. I think one of them being Minecraft. Yep, Minecraft. I thought I saw Metal Gear Solid at first. And here's classics. You can get all your classics here in this section from PSP, PlayStation, and the PSP Minis. Demos. Now, I said that the memory sticks are really costly. There's a good reason why you will need a big memory stick. I wanted to get this demo at first until I found out that it took up 3.1 gigabytes just for the demo itself. And I only have a 4 gigabyte memory stick in here. So this would have taken up most of it. Themes, apps. All the apps, or actually not all of them, but some of the apps you get here, they're actually on the smartphones as well. Such as Grand Theft Auto iFruit, Crunchyroll, Hulu Plus, Facebook, Skype, even Netflix. You can even watch Netflix on here. Or you can sort the games by the genre. Which there's a horror game that I'm wanting to get this fall. Now, Welcome Park you will get when you first start the system up. It'll guide you through the system itself. It'll give you an idea of how these features work. Excuse me. It'll give you an idea on how these features work, such as touchscreen, rear camera, front camera, and this also has a motion sensor too. I almost forgot to mention that. This has a motion sensor, and well, basically what that does, games like Uncharted, the motion sensors technology in this thing, it'll allow you to move the system itself, and wherever you move it, that's where the game will follow. Or if you do it like this on certain games, the game will tilt. Party. Now this is a neat feature I've read up on. Party is something that you you go in a party with a group of your friends, and you and your friends, you're playing different games. But while you're playing those different games, you can still talk by using the microphone that's down here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just right there where my finger is. Or like a separate headset. Messages, parental controls, so that if you don't want your kids getting into any certain games, like, well, there are rated M games on this system, such as Mortal Kombat. So that's a little bit of a neat feature that they put in here. PS4 Link. That's the remote play on your PS4, or use this as a second screen, just like you would a Wii U. You can watch videos, play music, take photos, as I said before. There's a Near app, which you can use to see who's playing near you. Content Manager is where you can transfer stuff from here to your PS3, or from your PS3 to here. Calendar. You can set up your email on here as well. That's a little bit of a neat feature as well, because, well, if you can't really get to your phone, or if you don't have it on you and you have like a buttload of emails coming in, this is a feature to go to. But sometimes it won't refresh. That's a downside. PS3 remote play, Facebook, and here's our settings right here. These are all the apps I have. So, without further ado, let's get into a game and see how they look. I would go into Minecraft. That looks so neat as a wallpaper. Didn't mean to do that. Now, when you're playing this version from the PS3 version, you are not missing out on anything. It's almost like you're playing the PS3 version on here as well. And you can even download your PS3 save as also, just by pushing the square button. Trophies are supported on this version as well. And here is this, my house. Now the games look really good, they look really clear on the screen, no problems whatsoever, and I can even navigate the menus. Like, and here's another thing. You can get skin packs, texture packs for this thing. You can get it for your PS3 as well, as soon as you buy it. Another neat feature. It's like you're having the console experience on the go. And I think that's what they were aiming for when they made this. So, back out of that. As I said before, you can play PSP Minis, PSP Classics, and PlayStation Classics as well. So let's go see how a PSP game looks. When you're playing a PSP game or PlayStation game, I think it's just PSP only, you can set to where what you want the right stick to do. Right now I have it to where I have it excuse me. I have it on these buttons because there are some first-person shooters on PSP, and I thought I'd just put them here just to have the right analog stick to do something. Like around with it, actually. Combat zone, this game. Now this would operate like a normal PSP would. Right analog stick, D-pad, and the PlayStation buttons right here with the L and R buttons. The only thing that the PSP never had was a right analog stick, which you can set for to do something. Like this. I don't think the D-pad does anything in multiplayer. L button, the R button, start, select, PlayStation button. If you hold down the PlayStation button though, you'll get these settings right here, and this does support Bluetooth. I'm not really too sure if you can play your music during the game though. You go to settings, and you can do whatever you want here. If you push the home button or PlayStation button again while you push it the first time, you'll bring this up. You can see what all the applications you got running. Just go to it, and if you want to close it, there's this little flap right here. Not sure if you can see that, but there's a little flap right here. Just slide it over, and you can just close it. But yeah, everything looks neat on this thing. I can even watch live streams too from other people. So yeah, overall, the PS Vita is a really nice system to have. It's got really good games, such as one that I've been recently looking into was Killzone, Mercenaries, and I've also been looking into Need for Speed. I like Call of Duty as well, and I've also seen that too. But enough of that. Now, pros and cons. Well, not pros and cons. I'm just getting into the flaws of this thing. I've already gotten into everything else. Now, the biggest flaw I have for this thing is that the memory sticks that you get to put right here, they are very costly. I think you can get like a 64 gigabyte on Amazon for about maybe 90, 100 bucks. A 32 gigabyte would probably be somewhere around 40, 50, maybe 60 bucks on Amazon. I'm not really too sure of the prices. I did look into it before I started doing this video, but the memory sticks are really expensive. So if you don't really want to spend a whole lot of money on a memory stick, then I'd rather go for the I'd rather recommend the 32 gigabyte. You get, well, a whole lot more than 4 or 8 gigabyte, but you won't get just as much stuff as a 64 gigabyte. But that's just money saving wise. But overall, this is a really good handheld. I'm really glad I got it, and it's been working well for me. So overall, nice job, Sony. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like what you see and you want to see more, why not subscribe today and leave a like down below. If you have any more games you want to suggest that I play, or anything else that you want me to review, why not comment down below as well, and I will see you guys around in the next video. This is MRP94, signing off.